and everybody's ready to go to dinner, but I need to take a few extra minutes tonight. Excuse me?
About the gig meeting we attended that gig.
Yeah. You know, it's been 4 years since Keith and I took office, and Janet was re-upped again, and it really passes very quickly, almost in the blink of an eye. If anybody ever wants to see how fast time flies, just serve as an elected office. Mr. Howard could probably tell a thing or two about that. You know, one of the proudest, most thrilling nights of my life was the evening of November 6, 2007, when I won the election. And campaigning, while it was hard and exhausting, I was extremely grateful, and am still extremely grateful to serve the city where I was born and raised. And little did I know then that getting elected was going to be the easiest part of the job. It's been a blur over the past 4 years, and I'm reminded of Charles Dickens' opening line in The Tale of Two Cities, where he says, "It was the best of times and it was the worst of times." The best times have been moments that we took bold steps as a group. We took steps forward to secure the prosperity and well-being of this great city. We signed long-term electrical power agreements that lowered our rates from the worst in the state to the middle of the pack, and sometimes better. We secured a $9 million private investment for affordable senior housing complex, and all told, we've secured some roughly $20 million in private investment and partnerships over the last 2.5 years to continue our work with the Urban Redevelopment Authority and to further avert a further real estate crisis. We're spurring revitalization. The war on poverty that President Johnson started some nearly 50 years ago may be never ending, but I feel very certain that we have fought and won so many battles here in Covington in the last 4 years. And in the end, that's all we can do, is do our best and try. Best times have also included actions to make the government more transparent, accessible, and fair for all. We began televising our meetings. We published the agenda a week in advance. We changed our agenda so that citizens' comments can come first. And not only do they have one time to speak, they have 2 times to speak. The day I took office, my personal cell phone number is on our website and is on my business card, and people are still shocked to this day when they get a live human being that's the mayor that answers the phone and not a voicemail or an assistant. We've also streamlined our government and begun to operate more like a business where possible. We've cut some $20 million from our budget over the last 4 years and have made a great use of technology. And those were all good times, and I'm very, very proud of that. I'm very proud to have served with you all in making that happen. But sadly, these have been some bad times too. I said in my campaign, and I say it every time I'm asked to speak, I am not a politician, I am an elected official, and I am a public servant, first and foremost. But anyone that's been paying attention to events inside this chamber and outside this chamber the past few years have witnessed many tensions and have seen the struggles. No one up here or in the city government would deliberately do any harm to the city or its people. But there are some that are more concerned with controlling the reins of political power than ensuring the ends achieved make us worthy of that power. Council meetings have sometimes become the opposite of teamwork, with surprise motions, premeditated agenda amendments, prearranged votes, some whispered conversations, and a general refusal by some to discuss the business of the people in the light of the day. We spent months crafting a strategic plan, only to have the council adopt the plan and then immediately vote away several core elements without explanation or acknowledgement. We go through the motions of teamwork, but there is an agenda that seems to supersede one or more people here. For some, winning the argument, any argument, seems to be the end justifying all means. And I will be the first to readily accept and welcome differences of opinions, strong debate, and dissenting voices. And in fact, that's the basis for all good government and all good business. But deliberate attempts to deny the people we serve an open, transparent, honest, and reasoned discussion of the actions is a serious violation of the open, transparent city government that I campaigned for 4 years ago. It's something I cannot live with, and it's something as mayor I am powerless to stop. The mayor's authority to lead and represent our city to the rest of the world is not drawn from the words in this charter book or our ordinances. The authority is derived from this council and the city leadership that's united by a clear vision, a common purpose, and a shared commitment. When teamwork fails, the ship cannot sail. Rather than seek common ground, we have some council members who daily question the authority of the mayor and who wish now to amend the city charter to secure some more a weakening of the power. Some folks worry about who gets to pick the next city manager. They worry more about that than ensuring that the transition is smooth and that the leadership of the city remains in seasoned, reasonable hands of stewardship beyond Mr. Horton. I find it hard to imagine campaigning for another 4 years. The reality of the outcomes of what I would campaign on are dependent on this council. And I, quite frankly, have lost a bit of faith in some of the wisdom of some actions. And so, therefore, I announce tonight I will not be seeking another term as mayor of the city of Covington. I have never been one to shy away or run away from a challenge. But sometimes when obstacles are members of your own team, it's a no-win situation. And it is sad to see our government at all levels lose so much civility. The last thing I want to do is to make this personal or disrespect a single person here. We have all made deep personal sacrifices to serve, but sadly some of this has become personal. And when the vital tasks of leadership are lost in a sea of petty squabbles, the business of our people suffers. I can only hope that with my exit, the council will set aside personal agendas and return to doing what is best for all the citizens of Covington. My heart is extremely heavy with sadness. The journey that we started 4 years ago is only started, and we've got so much left to do. Poverty remains a daily burden on our people and a weight which holds us back economically as a community. But we are making progress, and we have. Our county's economy still staggers as the others in our region recover. But I want to make this very clear. The city of Covington is poised to provide the sparks of a sustained recovery. We have very bold plans crafted by very, very smart people and the means, financial and otherwise, to make great things happen. But plans without a unified commitment to act are useless. I believe deeply in the course this council charted with Mr. Horton and his leadership team. I believe it wholeheartedly, but it's clear every day we will never get there like this, and so it is my time to leave. I have a business that I have long neglected that is in the need of much attention. My husband Maurice and I have a home life that we have both pushed far back on the back burner, and it's time for a normal life again. Still, I remain committed as ever to doing all that I can to bring prosperity and quality of life to all the people of Covington. I will find a time and place outside the government realm where I can make a difference. I sought the office of mayor because I believe actions speak much louder than words. It is our duty to do our part in service and not to sit smugly taking pot shots at those who make the effort. And I thank all of these folks up here for making the effort. My passion to serve remains, but this particular journey's run its course. I am so grateful to have had the opportunity to serve and to work with so many fine people. I pledge my support to help with the transition to the new mayor, whomever that may be. I've made mistakes, as we all have, but I will assure you I've never given anything to this job less than my very best effort. And until December 31st, I will remain for the rest of my days in this office your humble public servant. Thank you. Being no further business, we are adjourned.